a video on a rice soup. So, congee, I'm sure that's how you pronounce it. I'm sure that's not how you pronounce it. It's like a overcooked rice soup. So when you've got some leftover rice, you boil it up in stock the next day and turn it into a soup. So I haven't got any cooked rice, but I've got some leftover stock and a few things around the house which we'll be able to put into this soup. I don't think it's one of those things that's not a set recipe, so it's a case of what you got, what goes in it, and as long as there's stock and there's rice, everything else is pretty much a given. So, about 125 grams worth of onion, sweating it off in a little bit of the fat from some cooking bacon, which I've poached. So we're going to use that liquid there as part of the stock to cook the rice, and then I've got some stock left over from. I made the stock from the chicken bones that I made from the legs that I turned into the leg bones that I turned, well, the meat from the legs. This is getting complicated, isn't it? I bought some legs of chicken and I turned them into a pie, and I saved all the bones, and that's the stock that I made from the bones. So sweat that off, rice in. It should be cooked rice really, but I'll live and learn. Give that a mix around. And then stock in, not baking yet because I don't want it to boil to bits. And then we'll put all that stock in as well. So there's about, I'll just taste it first. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, it's lovely. So about a litre's worth of stock in all. So we'll see how this works, and then I'm imagining, you haven't washed the rice so it'll be a little bit gloopy, but I'm not worried about that. And so we'll boil up and we'll cook the rice until it's overcooked in the stock, and then we'll add the bacon in, and then we'll add some peas, and we'll see how it turns out. Alright, so the rice is now overcooked and falling to bits, which is what we want. I was worried that not that worried, but I was worried that there was going to be too much liquid in there, but it's fine. So I'm going to put back in the bacon, so that bacon can go in. So, and then I've got 100 grams worth of frozen peas, so they can go in as well, go in frozen, and it's just a case of bringing it up to boil to heat up the bacon and to defrost the peas, and I think that's it. So I think a good ratio. Obviously the weight will be a little bit different if it's cooked rice, but if you do a litre of stock, so that includes the bacon stock that you cook the bacon in. If you've got some cooked bacon, just use some chicken stock cubes. So, and I always reckon with these that you need to do instead of it, so I think these are for each stock cube for about half of one stock cube is for 450 millilitres worth of water. I tend to double it up, so I would use 2 stock cubes per litre. So in this, if you just had some cooked bacon rather than you were going to cook some bacon for this, or maybe some cooked chicken or something like that, I would use for the stock part of the dish. So 1 litre of stock, I would use 2 stock cubes, and then there's plenty of flavour in that. And then 100 grams worth of raw rice, not cooked, so 100 grams worth of raw rice, but I would just, if I had some cooked plain boiled rice, I'd use whatever I had, and then 100 grams worth of raw bacon, and 100 grams worth of onion, and 100 grams worth of peas, and then that fits in with my limited budget, limited ingredients kind of experiment. So, and I think it's one of those, whatever you've got in the cupboard, whatever you've got in the fridge, as long as it's stock and it's rice, you can put anything else in. So if I had some herbs, if it was the right time of year, I'd go into the garden and pick some herbs, or if I had like some leftover carrots or any kind of bit of celery, all those kind of veg, I would use those in. So it's kind of like whatever you've got, use it up. But I think that'd be a nice combination. And I think that looks about right. But I will think what I will do is I'll not lad. Oh, look, nice with an egg in. Nice with an egg in. Can we do an egg? Can we do an egg? Yes. Yes. Let's poach an egg in that stock. So, right, this is going to be a little bit tricky. So let's get some of these vegetables out and the rice out. And then let's, I suppose I should have done it that way. Yeah, it's going to be nice with an egg, is this? I'm starving. I've been to yoga, and then I had things to do, and I haven't. Oh, you're not supposed to eat before you go to yoga. So I didn't have any breakfast. Went to yoga, and then I've got jobs to do. So it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm absolutely starving. So that in there, that in there. Let's poach an egg. So I reckon that's 2 good portions. And then we've got some nice fresh eggs which we bought yesterday. Just not quite deep enough to poach an egg, but hopefully we'll see. Hopefully it'll work. Hopefully. It'll just be a quick poach. Do you need to see me do poaching an egg? Probably not. But eggs, bacon, peas, onion, they all kind of work together. And then rice and stock. So hopefully. Although, what did I see the other day? I saw someone doing a trick with eggs to get rid of the watery white part of it. So I might as well do that at the same time. And then they said it held together a little bit better. That's been in the drawer as that. It got a bit stained. So the egg's made up of 3 things. It's the white and 2 parts to the white and 1 part to the yolk. So by putting it through a strainer, you get rid of the watery white part, and you're just left with the. No, that obviously only works on eggs that aren't particularly very fresh. Oh no, there we go. Alright, okay, so we're losing some of the watery part of the white. Probably could have done with a bigger sieve. Right, pour that down, and then gently in there. Just 1 egg. Just 1. 2 would be nicer. I don't know if you can have congee with an egg, but we're going to have it today. And then the danger is, I would have thought, that if we were poaching the egg in the soup as is, I think it would, the vegetables and things would want to kind of boil the egg to bits. They would rub against the egg and kind of want to turn it scrambled, which is not what I want. I want it to stay whole. So there's going to be 2 bowls worth. I think we're going to have 2 bowls worth there. So I don't think I'm going to eat it all. So we'll do 2 bowls worth. And I'll use that spoon. And then I can have some later on. Yeah, that's going to be lovely. That's 2 portions. So that's 2 generous portions of soup that we've made. Just washing up everywhere. I do know where it all comes from. It's just me. I don't know that way. So 2 generous portions. So 2 eggs. Would be better, wouldn't they? So an egg a piece. That'll do. So, where's that spoon? I think I'm turning an easy dish into a bit of a faff. There we go. That's all still nice and hot. equal quantities of broth on each, and I think that's about right. So there we go. This is going to be, the stock's going to make it. It's going to be delicious because of the stock. So I would advise poaching the bacon beforehand. Cooks it, it gets rid of some of that salt, and then that flavour can then be put into the rice. Let's have a taste. I'll take a picture of that one, so I'll taste this one. That's delicious. That reminds me of the chicken soup we used to get in Chinese restaurants when I was young. It's chicken sweet corn soup. It reminds me of that. It'd be nice with some sweet corn in. Be nice with some chicken in. So it'd be like I wonder if that's where it comes from. I wonder if that chicken sweet corn soup comes from that. But some tinned sweet corn would be lovely. But there we go. That's delicious. It's going to be better with an egg, isn't it?